Hello, hello everybody. I'm Henry Lee. This is Saturday, August 10th, 2019. I know many of you are on beachside, having vacation in the mountains. I'm now working, but I really enjoy this time because nobody call me or don't have to write emails. So this is my uh, creative time. So I'm going to broadcast this process of doing two mood seals. Let me show you the two projects. First is a oval-shaped um, mood seal. It says 意为法语. It's a Buddhist Dharma seal, meaning art is Dharma ring. It's a phrase actually created by my client, Maywin. She's a Zen practitioner and artist in France. If you remember last time, I just did two different sizes of name seals for Maywin in France. She just got it. She was very happy, and she commissioned me to do two more large seals for her painting. These are quite big stone. I'm holding. I'm going to make an imprint of this, and also a other stone here. It's all irregular shape. This is a little rectangular. It's a natural shape also. So we're going to do this in a different phrase. The next one would be painting to liberate all beings. Painting, liberating all beings. All beings is a Buddhist term referring all life that has the Buddha nature. And painting is to liberate all beings. Okay, that's the mood seal that we're going to do. The topic I try to include today is a little broader than the seal engraving art, because I have comment from a viewer on my previous live streaming video of carving the name seals. She says, or he says, more painting videos, please. Okay, this is a response to your request if you are watching. I assume you are a brush painter, Chinese brush painter, not Western watercolor painting. I also do that, by the way. If you do Chinese painting or sumi-e, Japanese sumi or ink painting, calligraphy and seal is definitely part of the painting. So I'm not out of the topic, seriously. If you complete your painting with a signature but without a seal, a red stamp next to your signature, it's like a dinner without a dessert. It's not, not complete in the format. So in my class, if you do that, if you submit your practice in my online class, I will drop 5 scores from the 4th score, because I consider seal placement is part of the composition. The painting will never consider complete if you don't have a seal on your painting. You don't have to have it when you're a student, but if you're going to exhibit your painting in the gallery or in museum even, you must have a red stamp on your painting. Otherwise, people will keep looking at your painting, saying, "Where's the seal? Where's the seal?" Okay, this is a true story, actually. Just last week, we finished framing of a very long scroll, horizontal scrolls for a professor in Wyoming State University. She's going to install two of her contemporary landscape paintings, or in sumi ink, on rice paper, in the museum gallery, in the college university museum. We realized that, upon finishing the work, I realized that she had signed the work but without a red stamp. So I suggest her to add a seal to her painting. But due to the time frame, we couldn't do it before I mailed the painting for exhibition. But she did bought one of the pre-carved seals on our website, Blue Heron Arts, to add to it. I think that would be great. So she bought the seal and the red seal paste. I'm waiting for her final installation in the museum, and I will show you when I receive the finished look. But it's a very true story. If even you're a professional artist, and then if you don't have a seal on your painting, that's not complete. For amateurs, it's a dinner without dessert, but for professionals, that's a must. If you don't ever exhibit show your painting without a red stamp. So that's very important. Not very good. I have to move this up a little bit. Let me do this one. So while I'm waiting for more viewers, I hope we get. So now we have 6 audience watching. I wish we get to 10. So I'll start a PowerPoint kind of talk. I don't call it a lecture. It's someone else's PowerPoint. I have a student named Baldwin, Mr. Baldwin. He's exhibiting artist and award-winning artist in Sumi, Greg Baldwin. Thank you, Greg, for allowing me to use your PowerPoint. So we spent lots of time in my online class discussing the rules. Actually, there's no rules. I'll say what we did was he submit his painting with temporary placeholders of like a tag with this kind of it will be red stamp like coupons, to place on the painting and take a picture, or you can do it digitally to place the red stamp on your painting photo and submit to my class for preview. Now it become a very common practice. Most students, before they finalize their signature and seal placement, they will ask my advice in my online class for approval. It has been very educational process. So Greg will submit his plan, and I'll review it, and I will give optional suggestions of the optional placement suggestions, and then we saved all the back and forth discussions in email and online class discussion, and he edited into a PowerPoint. I will show you if you stay turn in maybe a few minutes. I'll show that PowerPoint to you. So hopefully it will also be helpful to Maywin and the client I'm working on, because she seems is new to this addition to her. Although she did, she does wonderful paintings, large Zen-inspired paintings, but she has no idea what this seal, how to integrate these seals on her art. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Let me see. I need to do this, so give me 2 minutes more. Let me finish this. So let me remove this. I have to redo this part. Okay. We got one more audience. Welcome. We're about to start a discussion or lecture on how to place. I'm sorry, this is yours. How to place seal on your painting. Is there guidelines? Yes. Are there rules? Definitely. But they're also flexible. You can make a great difference if you do it properly. To add a classical, not just dessert, but it's like a how do I describe it? A highlight, a finished touch. Really completes the painting. I just mentioned if you're a professional artist, don't ever exhibit your work without a red stamp on it. Otherwise, people will keep looking. Where's the seal? It evaporates very fast. I'm using acetone to make a transfer, to flip the design onto the stone. This is yin carving. Yang, positive carving. The other is this is good. Well, I can either align on top or at the bottom. So I have to make the stone shape suit the design. Sometimes I started, to make the design suit the stone, but it's a little bit smaller. Let's give me a little room to do this. Otherwise, although I make it, I take a picture and then work on the computer, but it's not going to be 100% accurate, from the photograph. But it's much easier to have this done on the computer first. I have spent 3 days on these designs. The carving may take 3 hours, so be prepared. Okay, because I'm going to talk about how to use it first. So it let you go if you don't want to watch the rest of the carving process. Okay, so okay, I still have 6 people around. Okay, let's start. You can, if you come late, you can review it later. When we finish, it will be saved. Okay. Seal placement. The following discussion is based on paintings by Greg Baldwin in Virginia. Thank Mr. Baldwin for your cooperation with me and permission of using your artwork. And the texts are mine, mostly, I think. Paintings are Baldwin. Okay, let me start. Okay, this is not a PowerPoint, it's a PDF file. I may have, I think I have it in my online class for downloading. If you join my class, like I mentioned, you can submit your own work for my advice. So it's a case-by-case study, and we can generate some rules later. But let's look at some samples. Whoops. I think I better find. I just use arrows. This presentation is intended to be educational aid. This is how we have worked. So he will submit the painting, and the content of his sales are some related to his painting theme, because he has been studied the live fish in the fish tank in his home. So all the subject is fish. So I carved some seals for his painting, fish painting, as seen in the following examples. Let's see. This is weird. Okay, it's kind of hard to turn. I don't know. Page down. Okay, I'll get used to it. It's not a PowerPoint. It's a PDF file but with lots of empty space. Forgive me if you don't see the words. General information on sale placement. Okay. Maximum, the best number, is 3. Just like you compose anything, you cannot really make a good composition with the 2 element. Maybe one large, one small. It will work. Sometimes I consider other elements in the painting as the third point of reference. For example, if I have a red crowned crane, with ink for the feather, only one red spot, that's the red crown, I certainly would use 2 seals. So the 2 seals plus the 1 red spot on the crane's head makes perfect number. So number 3 is best, because 3 seal will make a very nice composition, like a triangle. Actually, I'm looking at my paintings on the wall right here. I wish I can show you. Let me see. I have to move this camera up so I can show the paintings I'm looking at on the wall. Please. Oh, I have to temporarily shift this screen. Okay. Here we go. The red crown and the 2 seals. We can have one on the corner, on the left corner. But I already have 2 seals on the top of the writing. We call it the beginning head seal, meaning 起手章, meaning the start of inscription, and then the second seal is the name seal. And on this one, only 1 seal, but I consider that red plum on the corner also, some red spot. So red is a red spot in the painting is what it is, for placement consideration. We can simply consider the seal as a red spot in the composition. Sorry, this is an unplanned interruption, but just it just come up to my mind. I just happened to think of this example that so any rule has exemptions. If you have 3 stamps, one for your name seal and 2 wood seals, it would be perfect. So these 2 seals I'm going to work is very general, like art is Dahamaran, or painting to liberate all beings. You can use them on any artwork. But some, like Greg here, Greg has, it has to do with fish only. So we have to, when you paint birds, you may have to have different content. So regardless of the content, whatever you do, this example could be very helpful. Okay. This is a fish tank painting with with a group of fish. And this is what Greg gave me, with an oval-shaped seal, similar to the one on the left of the screen, and a balance foot seal, which is a large seal I carved for him, saying, "Forget the trap. Forget about trap when you catch the fish." Something like that. It's from Lao Tzu, the Tao Te Ching, the Taoist classic. And then the middle one is his signature seal. He doesn't sign in Chinese. This is not very common. I would suggest you either sign in Chinese or in English. Doesn't matter. The signature should always complete with a seal, because the name seal is originally the authenticity mark. Just proof of authenticity, to go with the signature. So you can sign with your, you can sign in your native language, and then use a Chinese seal. It's the best if you could learn how to write Chinese name in kanji, or Chinese characters. The Japanese call it kanji. That would be the perfect. It would be calligraphy, painting, and seal. All 3 elements. Okay, this is his submission. Do you see any problem with this? What I see is the red stamps form a equal triangle. The distance between the name seal to the 2 seals, the corner seal and the side seal, are equal. In addition to that, I see the side seal is about right in the center line of the painting. Actually, this could be good if the painting is really long, that you have one beginning head seal on very top corner and one balance foot on the crossing corner. Then you can use something in between to connect them. You'll see more examples later. So we call that a west seal. West side, side seal, usually a side seal at the west, and in the middle, middle seal. But if it's right in the middle, sometimes I feel not very good, especially because I think the main reason I don't really like this placement is the distance are too equal between them. So let me see. What I did was to raise the first ovals to make the side seal a little higher. and it looks to vary the distance. And here are 4 more options on the right side to be considered. You can also put the oval seal on the left upper corner. But remember, when you do that, look at this example, number 3. Okay, when you move the red stem on the upper right, the corner seal should be not on the same side, but on the left corner. So that's the principle. If you sign something on upper left, you should have the corner seal on the lower right. Understand? So his signature, let's say, just stay on the lower corner of the painting design, not on the paper. You don't want to have 2 seals on both corners. One on each corner. That's absolutely taboo. Never do that. Don't block both corners. So that's why I think this one is okay that you put the signature seal on the left side, and then the corner seal on the right side. And here, the signature side, the number 2, see, the signature is on the lower right side, corner seal on the lower left side. Okay. And you have the option that the side seal could be on the same side or on the crossing side, but the signature seal usually on the other side, not on the same side as the corner seal. Very confusing, right? Don't worry about that. Just join my class and give me your painting. I'll tell you, give you advice and suggestions, so you don't make any mistake. Even you make a mistake, and it's like this one he did on this side. It's still okay, right? It's better than nothing. The worst thing is that there's no seal on the painting. That's unfinished work. Just like you didn't sign it, right? Okay. If you have any questions, let me know so I can. It's a live streaming video. Grady, you can write your name in English, and then use Chinese seal. Asymmetrical. Yeah, that's a good word to describe it. You don't want to have the seals in equal triangle. Okay, this one, he has learned that from the first discussions. I think this one he submitted, I think it's perfect. Do you think so? The triangle, okay, the biggest square shaped seal, we call that balance foot seal. That goes on the most empty space. Right? If you put on this side, it might still okay, but this little seal has to go in the middle, on the other side of the design. Let me see what I said. I try not to. If you're in my class, if your plan is valid, a good plan, I won't give you suggestions, alternative plans, unless there's a obvious reason. I usually just endorse it. So that's okay. Let's go to my comment. So I agreed with this plan. No suggestion to improve. That's great. Then the third example here, Greg gave me this um, placement, intended placement plan. Okay. What do you think? I can recall what I said on this one. Everything looks new because it's 2 years ago, 2 years from today, I got this project. So I think it's maybe not too much change. Let me see what I said. Oh, it's just the. Oh, I see. Maybe I was thinking that the fish shouldn't be facing the stem, but you know it could be good. I think this one's not that bad, but I think I was maybe thinking the way the fish towards should be more room, but actually that's maybe not in this case. Sometimes you don't want to block the space in front of the face, but not really in this case. So that could work. So this is just alternative. I think both should work. Let me see. What do you think? Yeah, Greg, it's true that your writing and the painting will improve together. So some master Chinese painter would practice their writing every day. He said you can stop painting for a while, but you cannot stop practicing calligraphy on a daily basis because that's really the foundation, the fundamental skill for Chinese brush painting. Okay. This is number 4, sample. In this case, we have 2 seals instead of 3, so that makes it kind of difficult. As I mentioned earlier, when you have 2, maybe you should not keep them on the same side. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's okay. It's better to have 3 because I know he has 3, so why don't we just use 3? I think if you sign the name on the upper right side, and you put the balance foot seal on the other corner, on the crossing corner, it will be good. So 2 could work, but not put on the one side. That's my thinking. Okay, number 5. He has 3 seals this time. Looks good. The distance between them are not equal. I think the only suggestion I will make is that the corner seal is too the left side, especially the bottom and left, should be equal to this distance. About 1 seal distance is okay. So it could be less than a seal actually. Depends on the paper size. This left side is too wide. I will move it a little closer to the edge, similar to the other 2 seals. So this space here is too wide, too open. Oh, that's what I did. Oh, I think I did move this square one to the left, and I aligned that with the over seal. In this case, you have two seals on one side and one signature seal on the other side. But that's okay. You see, if you have only two seals and they put on one side, might not work as you know cross corners. Let's see. Yeah, I did. You know, remember this bottom seal should be in this position. In you know on the left on the right side, you can see that the space I have equalized. You know, the side and the bottom should be relatively equal. So if you draw a line from the corner, it should cross the three corners, I think. Well, don't have to be very scientific, but that's the idea. I think this side seal could be a little lower. It look like you know this one look like not a side seal, like a corners on the top. You can do that, but you know maybe a little lower, just like this one should be fine. Um, I was thinking that yeah, I think maybe the alignment of this is a problem if all the top are you know equal, so you can be it could be lower than the fish tail maybe. So there's no certain rules. It's just like your compositions. Your eye will improve. You know, you sometimes you cannot reasoning your left side brain, right? Your gut feeling, intuition will tell that would be the time. Just go with your intuition sometimes. So this is another number 6, another painting submitted by Greg, and my suggestion is to move the name seal to the upper side, upper left. Let's see the bottom of the balance. Yeah, it's a S-shaped, S-shaped or Z-shaped composition. Let's see. I try to keep the eye moving from left to right, then to the left, to follow, to give, you know, the same kind of flow as the composition. Don't know if it work. His painting has a special design style. Maybe he never break the edge. I have pushed him very hard to go outside the edge of the paper to, you know, don't be afraid to break the margin and you know lead the audience to infinity. But I, I failed to do that. He just like to keep everything in the maybe the water tank was that you know invisible border. Side by side comparison. Um, I think yeah. This if this this red oval shape go up a little bit because the equal distance is what really bothers me. If you just bring this up, it could also work. Instead, I moved this small seal to here because I didn't bring it on top of that. What otherwise it's another equal triangle maybe. Anyway, this one go up should also work. Okay, number 7 is a very simple design. The seal really add to it. There's not much background. The seal creates more space. It's filling more space. Um, one large, one small, and some line there. So one corner seal there, name seal there, and the side seal on top. I don't see any problem on this one. Let me see what I say. Oh yeah, that's the problem. You see, this distance is okay. This corner seal, but this side seal is too close to the edge. You know, if you haven't framed it, it might create problem for the framer or the mounting master to squarelize it. So always leave enough room. Don't put the seal too close to the margin. Leave room for trimming, like matting, if you will. Yeah, that's the only minor adjustment. Okay, this one is number 8. There's seaweeds in the background flowing with the fish bubbles on there. So I consider that the oval shape is like on top like a bubble. That's nice. Let me see. I thought the oval shape was kind of interfere with this stroke. Yeah, maybe a little bit too close, because the space there is so tight, right? It's like you're squeezing a big element. Still, like have still is a very heavy element. It requires space. You know, like it's if you too close to a stroke, you kind of interfere with the chi flow or something. Maybe that's what I. There's no image. What I did. Sorry. On this one, yeah, I don't have the image. We didn't have image with this PowerPoint. I wish you understand what I was saying. This is a different painting, number 9. This is the original plan from the artist. To me, it looks okay, I think. Let me see. I adjust the corner seal. Well, that's the alternative way. It's optional. Yeah, it's optional. You don't have to, but you could do that. Maybe I was thinking this corner on the right is a little bit weak. The fish is hit it's towards here, so you need to kind of like finish there instead of on the right side. Put an ankle, not a finish ankle there to ankle the composition. It's balance foot, you know. It's a big weight kind of. It really depends on how you weight the composition. Let me see. Yeah, you know, I can, if this option, I can still feel this space down on the right is empty somehow. You cannot put both name seal and the corner seal so close there. So that's why if I move the corner seal, I have to make the name seal to the other side. And this corner seal here is too high, by the way. Yeah, see, this looks better, I think. Comparison of the two. Final. Um, number 10. So this is his the artist's draft plan. The corner seal looks too close to the edge. Let's see if I okay. In general, if you put a seal in the empty space, it will make it seems more empty. So the idea is, just let the empty space empty, and create a contrast between the dense and the sparse. If you put seal in empty space, then you destroy that contrast. So don't ever think you should always fill in the largest empty space with a corner seal. Not necessarily. In this case, we need to leave the largest empty space as is. Just like, if you only sign it, you won't sign it in the empty space. You usually sign in a hidden place on the corner somewhere. You don't want to put your signature right in the most empty part of your painting, right? That's a rule. Okay. Okay, if you look at these those examples in this painting, there's in this case, if you put these corner seals in the largest empty space, we don't see any importance of that. No room for imagination, or the breath, if you will. So this adjustment here, I try to, this seal, if it's not square, you can go up a little bit. The one we're going to carve may suit this purpose. So you could put either on the bottom corner, or a little bit higher, because when you're using a square seal, you cannot really put on the side easily. You can try maybe just raise it a little bit, just put it on the foot of that design. Let me show you the seal. The stone we use is like this one. This one, because I purposely put the white edge on top, so it's like upside down. What do you call this shape? So you can put it on as a hang seal instead of the weight on the bottom. So you can only use a balanced foot seal. So this can be maybe used as both as the side seal and the corner seal. Hopefully, depends on the situation, I think. And this oval shape is always good on the side. Maybe good on the corner, but depends. Okay, that's about it. Let me see if any more. Okay, yeah, this demo is only a study, based on the paintings. There are certainly more possibilities, and to be creative with your own painting. In the beginning, you might draw some nails including the placement of your seal and signature. So just consider these two elements, the signature and the seal placement in a painting from very beginning of your painting process. You will be very helpful to create masterpieces. Um, just consider the red stem as a big element, a small red dot in your composition. Okay, should we take a break or should we continue to watch me carving? I think I will take a break, so we'll start a fresh episode of this demo. Um, let me take a short break. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. See you in 5 minutes.